It's where we relax, where we sleep and eat, our home. It's our safe haven. But what you may not know is that it's also a haven for nasty germs, and you are the culprit.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
It all starts when you walk into your house, a simple habit of taking your shoes off or leaving them on.
That's why you keep cleaning it.
In some countries, it's scandalous to wear shoes in the house, but in the U.S., many people do. And that's a problem.
I do not take my shoes off.
No, we really don't have a hard, fast, no shoes rule at our house.
I have 2 dogs, so it's kind of pointless. They pull stuff in from outside.
A recent study by researchers at the University of Arizona found 9 different species of bacteria on people's shoes. We took that information to Auburn University to cross-reference. Microbiology professor Dr. James Barbary wasn't the least bit surprised.
There would be a huge population of bacteria on your shoes because you are walking on outside and in all the environmental sources where bacteria are. So naturally, when you step on whatever you're stepping on, you're picking up the bacteria.
Bird droppings, dog waste, and germs on public restroom floors. When you're walking around in your house, all that bacteria is tagging along for the ride.
Well, when you step into your house, some of it comes off, and they may go into your rug. They may find some nutrition there, if there's some food there, and they may start to grow.
A staggering average of 421,000 bacteria. And certain types of these bacteria we're talking about here can wreak havoc on our bodies. E. coli, Klebsiella pneumonia, Clostridium difficile, coliform, Staphylococcus, and Serratia furcaria, just to name a few. They're all disease-causing bacteria that can give you intestinal infections, diarrhea, and in some cases, meningitis. We caught up with Lauren Allen on the day she was having some new carpet installed. She says she just bought a new house and wanted to replace the flooring.
I don't know what has been on that carpet or how long it has been here, and personally, having a child, I'd like to start fresh and get new carpet.
But even Allen admits she doesn't have a no shoes on in the house rule. Her main concerns are stains.
As far as shoes go, I wasn't a big stickler about that. I mean, I didn't make everybody take their shoes off before they entered the house.
So we took a piece of her carpet to be tested. Okay, so the results are in. I'm looking at them now for the first time. All sorts of debris, insect parts, animal hair, and thousands of bacteria.
No, you cannot get rid of it all.
Best thing he says we can do is to minimize it. Vacuum on a daily basis, have your carpet cleaned and replaced when it's time. But as far as Allen is concerned, it looks like a shoe-free home might be the best way to go in her new home.
Possibly. You just don't really realize how deep something like that or fluid goes down deep inside the carpet, and you really never get it out.
There's nothing like the sizzle of bacon and smell of coffee in the morning.
What's the difference between number 1 and number 2?
And for Bama fans, there's only one perfect place for that on game day, sitting in the shadows of Bryant-Denny Stadium.
Order number 213.
It'll be a long day, but it's certainly one of those that we look forward to.
Gary Lewis owns the legendary restaurant Rama Jammas. It's been around for 19 seasons, and all of that Bama football history is scattered on the walls.
After all these years, I still get chill bumps.
Memorabilia that's priceless to the most loyal Crimson Tide fans. Among them, pictures taken by one Bama fan who has proven his loyalty to the Tide and to Rama Jammas.
This is a picture I actually got on the sideline for this game.
Torbert's pictures hang proud at his favorite breakfast booth. He sits here every game day morning, and he says he hasn't missed a Rama Jamma breakfast or an Alabama game in 20 years.
Try to get here 6, 7 when Gary opens up, and get my ham and eggs and sit down and munch out.
Once the early risers like Torbert leave, things can get a little rowdy. Some may even feel like eating the 15 national champ BLT. That's 15 strips of bacon, one for every Alabama national championship. Win or lose, fans know come next week, Rama Jammas will be here to do it all again. In Tuscaloosa, Alexa Knowles, Fox 10 News.
One second with this.
Names are what? Very what? Names are very important.
Roaming the halls of Metro Jail, you'll find two women who aren't afraid of a challenge. Captain Sadie Stallworth and Captain Felicia Prince run this jail. Two minority women, driven by the idea of service.
My first week at work, I was like, well, I'll just work here until I find something else. And almost 27 years later, I'm still here.
These two see people from all walks of life. Captain Stallworth didn't think she would ever be doing this. Captain Prince had an idea. They both admit the job has changed them.
What it does is it allows you to help people that you see that are in need. And one thing about the job itself, it is so fulfilling. Every day, we both can say every day. It's not one day that we come in here that we have not helped somebody.
There are those who are disrespectful, those who talk back, those who don't care what Prince and Stallworth are trying to do. But that doesn't bother them.
So we treat everybody that comes into the door the same. It does not matter to us whether they are charged with capital murder or if they have a traffic ticket, because most of the time when we pass them in the hallway, we don't know what the charges are anyway.
The two captains have put in their years and moved up in the ranks to where they are today. Both talk about how hard it was to start off in corrections.
It sends the message that all things are possible. And coming into the field of corrections when I first came, it was basically a male-dominated profession, and even though it never discouraged me or the other females that worked, because it was like a challenge, and I always felt that anything anybody did, I could do it and probably do it better.
Both say their work speaks for itself.
We take pride in our jobs. It's not just a job, it's considered ministry for us, because anytime you're helping people, that's ministry. So for me, it's an extension of who I really am. I know who I am.
For these two, having a come to Jesus meeting is almost a daily phrase, but also keeping things in check.
Hold it in your hand till you get to your destination.
A challenge is what these two face coming into the field of corrections, and they face challenges every day dealing with some who are considered this county's most dangerous.
We're not afraid to confront anybody, because this is one profession that you cannot work in and be afraid.
And definitely not let them know that you're afraid.
But they stay strong, not only physically, but mentally.
You know, it's not about what they come here for.
That's right.
But it's more so about what they could possibly leave here with.
It's a little hard not to look at Metro Jail a little different after hearing that. Reporting from Mobile Metro Jail, Chastity Bird, Fox 10 News.
Black ribbons adorned businesses throughout Monroeville.
She's just the greatest American 20th century writer.
The small gesture mourning the loss of Harper Lee, but also celebrating her life and legacy.
She put us on the map. I'm just amazed at where people come from to come here.
All over the country?
All over the world.
As a nation, everybody reads to Kill a Mockingbird.
Throughout Monroeville, you can find symbols of her work. A mural on the side of a jewelry store, a museum filled with To Kill a Mockingbird items, and a monument dedicated to one of the book's characters, Atticus Finch. The owner of the Sweet Tooth Bakery and Cafe says Lee would eat there a few times a week, where people tried to catch a glimpse of her.
She'd come in and eat every day, and she had meet a lot of people. A lot of people want to talk to her. She says, I'm busy, I gotta eat.
More than 50 years since To Kill a Mockingbird's release, this local bookstore, Old Curiosities in downtown Monroeville, says they continue to sell the book
every day. And since the release of the second book, Go Set a Watchman, they've sold more than 10,000 copies of the sequel.
Which one did you want?
The phone has been ringing off the wall all morning long.
Ann Moat says dozens of people have called her bookstore this morning looking for a signed copy of her book, or just wanting to share their stories about how Harper Lee's work affected them.
The whole world mourns today because of her death, but knowing that her legacy will live on.
It's the day thousands have been waiting for. The festival in Gulf Shores brings together people from all over the country.
The fact that it's on the beach and you can come here with friends from all over the place and meet new friends and whatever, it just makes it so much more better.
It's just an awesome atmosphere, good music, good people. Love to be around it, and awesome, beautiful pieces.
The beach atmosphere creates a laid-back environment for concert goers as they wander from stage to stage. It can also inspire creative fashion choices.
We're outside in the sun, the beach, so I didn't really want to wear as much clothes, and it's just nice. I love it.
Just kind of being a walking piece of art.
Yeah, basically.
But above all else, people are here for the music from their favorite artist.
Halsey, Joywave, and Foster the People.
I'm most looking forward to Beck, if he's listening. Probably not, but I love you, dude. You make some great music. You deserved your award.
Payback. That's all Bama fans want this Saturday.
Right behind our band, I watched Blake Sims throw that pass from the 32-yard line, and that freaking 5'9" corner snatched the ball away from our 6'6" tight end. I haven't forgot it. That image has stayed in my mind.
That's the same image many Bama fans can't forget after they lost to Ole Miss on the road last year in a heartbreaking upset. Bama fans say this game is their first shot at redemption. And what better place to do that, they say, than at home.
We're ready to play. We're starting the season off well, and we're going to get them.
And it's probably going to be the most intense Ole Miss game ever, since we usually don't care about them.
Adding to the hype of the first SEC opponent this season, College Game Day will broadcast their show in front of Bryant-Denny Stadium tomorrow. Some Ole Miss fans say they are feeling the pressure.
It makes me nervous, especially coming off of last year. They're going to be hungry. They're going to be looking for an upset, revenge.
Although there may be some tension between Tide and Rebel fans tomorrow, Laverne George says she has no hard feelings.
I love the people.
George has been working the same post on Alabama's campus for 8 years.
I love my post.
And she says there's no place she'd rather be on a football Saturday than cheering on her Crimson Tide.
Saturday's going to be wild and crazy and fun. And we're going to win, of course, so.
Other Bama fans are just as confident, hoping this game won't be anything like the last.
Fans will be allowed to enter the College Game Day gate starting at 6 a.m. Fox 10 News will be live here at 6 and 7 a.m. for all your pregame action. In Tuscaloosa, I'm Alexa Knowles, Fox 10 News.